Top of the morning to you, lassies. Skillity ba ba da ba bow. Okay, but can we, before we even start our pod, we were forced under government oath to walk down a stage like
Not
this.
Not only, but also to pay for them.
Oh yeah. And
we paid
like,
for.
You can keep it.
We paid for this.
It's like the cheapest, ugliest color combination I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry.
I'm not. You can't make me wear this.
What fell? Oh, my phone. Oh, just my phone.
Let's get this party started.
Oh, so true. Get this off my head. Ready?
We're graduating from gap year. Is what we're doing.
If you didn't get it.
If you didn't like it's a joke, it's like fine. If you didn't.
And now my hair's stupid. Oh yeah, I guess I can take this off.
You just want to keep it on?
I'm just like cold. And then you go, ooh, ah. I tried to color match. I did have a cheetah print dress, but I was like, it's a little too much to wear on a podcast. Yeah.
Like a little too much fierceness for one.
Just two little girls in a podcast studio.
We have very fancy.
Yeah, we have champagne flutes, and I thought I had a cider, a good tasting cider, but I don't. I only have mango, unbranded drink seltzer, spiked seltzer, and I hate it so much. But I need something to drink that's kind of fun and bubbly. It's like a 5-ounce pour.
Okay, terms.
Yeah, well.
And I have a little bit warmer than room temperature cherry Coke.
And with that, to us.
To gap year. Try mine. Chase it.
Equally
Chase
as
it with
bad.
mine. Yeah, it's gross. So gross. It's like fine. I don't like those.
I don't like that. It tastes like licorice in a drink.
Yours tastes like liquor in a drink.
I do like licorice. Speaking of which, last podcast my tummy was rumbling so loud. I ate a whole packet of like super nibs. So it's coming back with a vengeance.
God, I didn't even know your stomach could digest that.
They're so good. I had like 4 pieces yesterday, so almost. Wow! Look at that lump in my hair. It's fine, you can't see it.
So, guys, this is episode 36, and this is our last episode ever.
This is the end of Gap Year podcast, as we know it.
It is the end of Gap Year. It is the end of Gap Year podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everyone was. Because we did say it in, like, every episode, but I feel like people who follow us on Instagram and who are our friends but don't actually watch the podcast, they have no idea.
No, and this was our intention the whole time, was to end it before school started.
Yeah. So
in the fall. And I told my sister that. She's like, wait, I didn't know it was just a gap year thing. You guys, hence the name of the damn thing.
The damn thing.
But yeah, last episode, and we're here to actually hopefully bring you some advice or something interesting to think about at all.
Yeah, instead of just being like
maybe an original thought or two will occur,
which is like what we were like supposed to do the whole time, and then we just kind of like forgot. But it's fine because we're saving it for big finale, and because I want people who watch this who are in our similar position or in the position we were in when we were in high school, if you're almost graduating and you're like, I don't know if I want to take a year off, or like it's embarrassing or whatever, or like we know some people who did a year of university and then are now taking a gap year, and I think that's super cool because then it's like you did the damn thing and you know what you want and you're just taking a year off.
That's also an interesting take to like move away for a year, get the like guaranteed first year housing, and then be like, nah, I just didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
And then like, just finish school here.
Literally. Or just be like, okay, I'm actually gonna like travel for a bit and like then I'll go back.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of true. You come back here and then work and then be like, okay, now I can afford
Yeah.
Like rent in Toronto.
Or you get a taste of that uni life and you're like, hey, I'm fine. Actually.
Yeah, I got it out of my system. I do have some talking points in case there's a lull, but I have my thoughts.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Like,
I was gonna start by saying, where were we a year ago?
a year
You had
ago-
hair.
I did. I had blonde hair and like freshly cut bangs that were like not quite good yet. The only thing I remember from late August was we went out to my cabin with Rowan and Farron. So Rowan and Farron were still here. And now Farron is gone and Rowan's leaving soon.
On Friday.
Which is really weird.
I know, I'm like I had like a flash today of like, it is sad to say goodbye to your friends that like, because I was thinking about our group chats with them, like, oh, those are dead now.
Mm-hmm.
Those
well,
will
they were
come
dead
alive.
when they went to Europe, and that was
Yeah.
just a taste of it.
A taste, and now they don't even care about us, but also like, we can't take it personally.
No.
We would probably do the same.
Mm.
Because what are we gonna talk about that much?
No, like it makes sense.
It is sad for a minute, but it's just a part of growing up.
Mm-hmm. It's just like we're like adults now, so like you have plans to go to Toronto, so maybe you could see Rowan, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and go and see Rowan.
With a freaking free accommodation.
Oh yeah. And you know we can always go see Farron. So like we can, you know, and we'll see them holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like weird, like now that we have, it's like adult friendships where you don't see each other every single day and hang out every single day after school and after work, and
Yeah. And you see each other a few times when they maybe come back, and you're like,
try and figure out like a time that works, and then it just doesn't, and then they leave,
Yeah.
and you're like, cool, try again next year. It's so weird because like that's just how it works.
I know, but we're also 18, 19. It feels like it shouldn't be like this yet. But then
Yeah.
again, it is weird that all of our friends are going
Yeah.
to school in different.
I was gonna say that, like, I think most, like, either most friend groups here, you know, most of them are staying here, either going to university here or just like working, or people in like actual interesting cities don't move away.
Because I was thinking about my sister and her friends, and she had 2 friends that moved away for school, and she had a few like recently move away for like grad school and like med school.
I have 2 friends who are here.
No, and I'm like, that's like our whole friend group
Yeah.
is gone, and you're leaving too. But I will get into this more later. That I do actually have an appreciation for here now.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Like when you, because we didn't do any like, well, you went to Europe, but we didn't do any
Yeah.
like hardcore like backpacking Europe,
Yeah.
Asia, anything. Like we didn't really leave the continent.
Yeah.
And like did a lot of Canada trips, which for me was perfect. I hadn't seen a lot of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Neither had you. I still haven't seen a lot of Canada.
No, and I'm
And,
like, just that in America, I'm like, there's already so many, after the road trip, I'm like, there's more places in the States I want to go to,
yeah.
and there's more, I haven't even hit all the provinces yet, so like, let me work on that before I go to
know.
like France,
But
get
also-
yelled at there.
seeing like Canadian cities, like they all have a very similar touch.
Yeah.
And obviously Toronto and Vancouver and Montreal are different because they're the only big cities here, so much more like diverse and like
Mhm.
culturally rich. But like sometimes stupid small towns in Saskatchewan also have their charm.
Sometimes they're more exciting, because that is true. I do love road trip, seeing little
Yeah.
gas station. It just feels like home, and it's gonna be so
Literally.
much better when
When
you move
come
away
back.
for, yeah.
No, it's a thing. The grass is always greener. When I
Mhm.
go to the mountains, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so nice. I just want to be here all the time. But I know once I do that, it'll lose its charm. And I'm like, I just want to be back in Saskatoon.
And also, we're driving through the mountains, and we can only go 50 kilometers an hour, and I'm like, I hate this so much. And then we go back, and I'm like, this is so boring, I'm falling asleep. So
There's just no winning.
I just will find
Guys.
something to complain about everywhere I am.
There's
That's
no winning.
no.
That's what we figured out.
Just
You either travel Canada or you travel
Yeah.
Europe.
you either be a miserable person or you suck it up and you don't be a miserable person.
But yeah, we saved up little money at a time and went on little trips, or you could save up a big amount and go on a big trip. There's no winning. There's no wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
You do whatever that.
I do like I was writing down some more stuff. I had some stuff written down from before, but then I wrote down some more stuff. But like, I really like what we did, and when I look back, I'm like, that is so many trips. Like, that's so many places that I like hadn't been to before, or like haven't gone to like solo with friends, like just like family and stuff, which gave it a whole new like thing. And like going on a road trip, I'm like, we're just like living on our own. Like, that's like the only taste of living on my own I'm gonna get for like at least a year. But I don't know, it was just like, I'm very satisfied, and I'm so glad, because I was like, I have no money. Like, I spent all my money, but I'm way more satisfied with that than if I had just worked and then gone to school. I feel like that's the same thing as just going straight into school, whatever. But I'm also taking another gap year, so you can do best of both worlds. So now I get to make money. So now it kind of changes my view on it. But I'm so okay with being a little stressed about money all year, but also being like, I'm stressed about money in Toronto. I'm stressed about money like in Serrano. That's the most exotic place I went to.
Genuinely. No, I was looking at pictures of us in Vancouver. I was like, wow.
Forgot about that.
That did feel like a true like island experience.
Yeah. I had a dream that we went on a boat. Me and you went on like a boat to like some island country, and we were like, finally, we're going on like a hot holiday. And I woke up and I was like,
I need to do.
Yeah.
Is a hot holiday.
And I remember not knowing where I was going in the dream. Like, I don't know if like you knew and I was just trusting that you knew, or if it was like a surprise, but I was like, oh, put me on a beach.
That's another thing. I learned that I'm the planner in every situation, and these are the babies that follow me.
I'm a planner when you're not there.
Okay.
But then when you are, I just like...
When you're doing a solo trip to Iceland?
Yeah. When, like, no one else can do it for me, I guess I'll step up.
But I was thinking, like, the trips... Like, me, you, and Leah, I know you guys are just my closest friends, so I had so much fun when you were both there. And, like, I don't really know your guys' perspective, but I was like...
I think it was
those are my two favorite trips.
Yeah. It is, like... Probably the least stressed I've been.
6 minutes of no audio.
I think I was just talking.
Okay. Well, last episode, and it's gonna ruin everything.
It's fine. I just gotta catch it.
Catch it.
I just think, I don't know what it is about that combo, but I was just like the least stressed when it was the three of us, and
we all complement each other nicely. Each other's weaknesses and strengths.
Because like, you are like the planner, and then if you start getting pissed off at things, then Leah can yell at you, but I can't yell at you. But I can like keep everyone in the middle. You're kind of like, hey guys, let's not be mad, but let's also not like, but let's, hey guys,
like this is a concern.
And then I can just giggle, laugh, haha.
Literally. And then it's just Leah and I fighting.
And me driving. That's exactly what made it work.
Did you have like points to go? That kind of, or just things to say?
I just wrote down a bunch of things I can see.
I
don't know. I just felt very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote these things when I was feeling an immense amount of gratitude like a couple months ago, but I just felt so lucky that I could do that, and like
exactly
like can also go to school, and like I have some of my school paid for, so like I don't really have to like I could go on trips instead of like making money for 2 years. I can make money for a year or whatever. And like I did work and pay for trips, but there were some trips or parts of trips that like were paid for a little bit, and I was feeling very grateful about that, because like I got a lot more experiences that I wouldn't have if I didn't get that.
Oh, there you go. She got it out.
I also wanted to talk about how, like, we joke about being, like, the stupid ones because we took a gap year, but, like, I mean, like, who's winning? I don't know, like...
No, like, yeah, I'm very grateful that, like, we did it, because also, we've said this so many times, but everything that we've done, we have paid and planned for.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously no shame people who do get shit paid for them, but just saying.
Yeah.
Like,
no, like, I mean, like, my grandparents had money saved up for me for, like, school or traveling.
Yeah.
So then I used it towards traveling. And then, like, for my graduation present, my aunt bought flights to New York.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought my flights to New York, so then we went. And so it's not like we went on all these trips because, like, our parents were like, yeah, you can go. Here's, like, use my card.
Who gives a fuck? We did, yeah.
We did get a little something, but for the most part, it was like, we were also, like, working. Like, it's not like we weren't.
No, I was gonna say, a year ago, we were starting scanning job.
God.
But think of where that took us, Taryn. I was gonna say about money, I learned how to budget things now. Okay.
I did for a little in the middle, and then I just...
Because I kept track of all of the finances of all my trips. Like, I have a notes app. Even just 2-night camping trips, so I know how much food and gas is gonna cost. And it does really help. Like, that's how I kind of budgeted...
Helps with planning.
Yeah. How I budgeted Yellowstone. Like, obviously, like, campsites, I didn't have to guess on that at all. That's just how much it cost. But, like, individual, like, food and gas costs was pretty accurate. And then we just spent a shit ton more on food and drink for ourselves. And little souvenirs.
And gas stations.
But the requirement cost was pretty accurate. We spent a little bit less on gas each, I think.
Because the van's so beautiful and reliable.
I'm grateful for that van.
Oh, yeah,
that
baby.
2003 Chevy Venture van. Dude, get yourself one of those.
A 2003 Chevrolet vehicle.
I have seen so many of those vans since we stopped.
Me too. But I also don't know because I'm not that good at telling.
You see a van.
Yeah.
But no, I can tell. I know.
I'm like, if I saw the inside of that, I would know. Let me see that driver's seat.
If I saw that driver's seat recline,
I kind of missed it. When I swapped out my car, I was like, there's not a lot of room for activities in here. Can't have all my friends in the back.
It's not big and high off the ground.
I felt like I was in a race car.
Yeah. No, very grateful of, like, working, like, also feeling the satisfaction of working for what you're doing. And, like, planning your own trips and doing whatever
setting aside
for yourself.
money specifically to be like, I earned this.
It's been a month. I think I have to go to Vancouver now.
I think I have to leave the country again.
But yeah, the biggest takeaway from my gap year is that I learned how to have a work ethic. Like, this is just kind of a recap of every episode, but, like, in high school, I think I never did homework. I just paid attention in class and, like, it got me this far. I did pretty damn well. But, like, I would never be like, oh my god, I like want to be better than than the last test. Like, I was never like that. And also being like, okay, like, I don't really want to hang out, but Taryn's bored, so I have to hang out with Taryn. And, like, it'll be fun.
I'm the problem.
No. But, like,
we would
same
just
thing.
do that to each other.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey,
and then we'd be like, Carson, why don't you want to hang out with us? He's like, because I'm in 4 AP classes, and now he's, like, in university and, like, had scholarships and stuff, and we're still at home. It's like, okay.
But no, like, being like, okay, but there's a basketball game that I don't really care about, but
that's
also it's a tradition.
Like, that was the most fun that I had in all of school. If I hadn't gone to those basketball games, I would have been like, what happened in grade 12? I can't remember a single thing that happened in grade 12.
We don't play on basketball games. We don't know anyone on basketball teams. We just go
we say, yeah, sports!
We go, could you see how that boy looks?
Oh, I wouldn't trade that for the world.
No, because generally my only school takeaway from positive school takeaway. But no, I'm really happy that I also from going on trips, especially Yellowstone trip, I've like learned how to be like, okay, I have to take initiative and actually like start taking down shit and like doing dishes and like picking up after ourselves, like cleaning. Still hate vacuuming and doing laundry. Folding laundry specifically. I'm getting better on that. On taking initiative to take care of myself in that nature.
Yeah. I'm bad at taking initiative doing dishes. Everything else, if someone expects it from me, then I can do it. But the dishes, I'm like, hey, if like someone else wanted to do it first, like I'm not gonna jump at it.
I will do nothing to stop you.
I'll wait till you get mad at me for not doing it, and then I'm like, okay, fine.
Okay, sorry. Like I meant I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
But no, like at work, and the satisfaction of like being good at my job, and then being like, whenever I'm at home, I'm like, okay, I need to be doing things now. Like it's been go for so long.
Yeah.
Like after coming back from every trip, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so, I'm just inside so much.
And then I just like stare at my phone and I'm like actively like, I hate this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what else to do.
No, because on these trips, you don't look at your phone at all. You just use them to take
awesome.
pictures.
And I'm walking around and drinking water. I didn't drink water for the back half of that trip at all.
No.
I don't think I drank a single glass of water. Because once water started being like sparse for us, I was like, I'm not gonna like drink
I'd be like, I'll take one for the team.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'll drink I'll drink 12 Cokes and not any water. And then wonder why I'm breaking out and I feel so awful.
And my stomach hurts so bad.
So bad. But yeah, it is also like every time you go on a trip, you're just like walking around and it's like, hey, this is awesome, I should do this when I get home, and then I just never do.
It just never does. Because
I'm like, well, guess I'll have to spend $1,000 to go on a trip so I can get exercise.
So I can walk around. Yeah, that also goes into like appreciation for the city again. Is I'm like, there are cool things like this in Saskatoon, or like that one time I went to Odd Couple and I'm like, this feels like Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes I'm walking around downtown, I'm like, this smells like a big city. And it's freaking me out.
No, one thing that really makes me appreciate the city is like when my parents are having like their biannual get together with their friends and my mom's like, where should we go to eat? And I'm like,
let me
funny
tell
you
you
ask.
something.
And then I just say pies every single time and they've never gone. But or like me and my mom went to Scotiabank instead of Center Mall Theater because she hates downtown and I convinced her. And we walked past 13 Pies and I was like, hey, I couldn't even go in. It was still light outside. We were walking around. I couldn't even go in if I wanted to. Pissed me off. Anyways. But it just felt so like, I've been there and you haven't. And like, I just felt like a
Mom,
local.
look at this. Exactly.
And like, even though like my mom's been living there longer than I have, but like they don't go downtown. It was like, I was just imagining me like moving away and then coming back and like introducing people to like my hometown and being like, this is what's cool about it. And like this
is kind of the bee's knees.
Yeah, like let me show you.
I'm
a little
not
spot.
gonna drink this. Just thought I'd make it known. I should go get my flat Coca-Cola.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
It's really setting in now that like I'm gonna take another gap year, and I'm like, the thing is, I want a job so bad. I want a normal job so bad. I'm like, I need to work in retail.
Really?
You know what I've been doing? This is kind of off tangent for a little
Retail?
bit, but like one thing that I've just been trying to do, well, my whole life, but like recently more, is just like figure out how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really just can't do that unless I get a job. But like, I don't want to work in the food industry, so I'm gonna work in retail. That's where I think I could do good at. And what am I even? I don't even know. But just like everything I do is just like I watch YouTube videos, and instead of like listening to what they're saying, I'm like picking up on conversation skills. And I watch movies, and I'm just like, okay, so
and I watch fictional movies in my case is how people talk to each other.
Yeah.
You have to just go sit in like a coffee shop and listen to people banter.
I listen to people. I eavesdrop all the time. That doesn't help me. I need practice. I need to like do it. I think I've gotten like, if I were to talk to me in grade 11 right now, I think I would be like, oh wow, you're so painful. Like I can't. You're so terrible.
Yeah.
But also like if anyone else were to talk to me ever, they'd be like, you don't know how to talk to people. Okay.
Keep going.
Because I'm just gonna go further and further away from like our actual topic, but this is something that I was talking to Amity about, and I need your opinion on. So this is, to be honest, this is because I was watching a Sterniola triplets video.
There you go.
Right? And they were talking about like when you handshake and when you hug, and they're like, I'm a handshake guy or whatever, I'm a hug person, or like, if you meet someone who's a stranger, you handshake, but then if you meet like a friend of a friend, you hug. And I was like, was I supposed to be like, I don't do that. Like, none of us, like, I don't know if it's just a girl thing versus a guy thing, but, like, you don't, like, meet someone and then, like, shake their hand unless it's, like, a formal, like, an adult, like, a business thing. And I'm like, that would probably bridge the gap in so many social situations where I'm, like, meeting someone to, like, just be able to be like, hey, and, like, shake their hand. Or if I was, like, a hug person, Like, imagine you meet someone and they hug you. All of a sudden, you're like, hey, this person's fun.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I did it, I would hug them, and it would make it so awkward.
Well, hugging is a little too intimate to meet someone.
But I'm like, that'd be
But
such a fun.
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
No, like, no, but I just wish that I knew how to dap people up. I don't understand how many times I've been taught how to do it, and I just don't do it right.
Because some people do it differently.
And you're supposed to just know. They just know. Like, guys go to do it, and they just know which one they're gonna do. And I always do it wrong. I'm like, no, and I do this, and I go to do the thing, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, is that not one of them?
Is that not what the kids do anymore?
I do the fist thing. I thought you don't know that one.
And sometimes you do the backs. I think backstop is like the hug. Like you see a friend.
And I love doing that one, but then I'm like, is that too much? Am I doing it wrong? It's like, I don't know.
Am I embarrassing myself?
And then it's like me as a girl doing it to a guy, and I'm like, are you afraid of me? I don't know. It's like a joke instead of like an actual thing. I'm like, how? I just think that like meeting people who like are
girls just do this. Hi.
I know, and I'm like, then you just stand there. I'm like, I just think that it would be so much more of like an actual, like I wouldn't be scared if I we had that one like bridge the gap thing. But then I'm like, but I don't think that's a thing, especially between like girls meeting each other. So then I'm gonna make it more awkward by being like, hey, handshake.
True. What is a girly version of being like?
I feel like a hug, but you have to be a certain type of person who's like excited about that and okay with that. And it's also like people could not, like, I don't love like people hugging me, but if you were like meeting me and you were like coming for a hug, I'd be like, this person's fun.
Yeah.
And interesting.
I don't, like, I feel like girls can't do a little.
You definitely could do a handshake. Yeah. It's just like it doesn't feel
formal,
natural.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna dap up a girl because I can't fucking do it right.
And she's like,
like, you did it wrong.
Girls, let's start hugging each other in every scenario. Yeah.
Or like, let's come up with like a universal handshake or like something.
Because it just gets rid of the tension so fast.
Literally, just to be like, hey. It's just like a solid,
trust.
like, hey, we're like meeting each other right now. We're like meeting each other, or like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know. Maybe I'll start hugging people. Watch out, guys.
Hug me. Bring it in. Woo! Leah, bump that shit. That actually is a good point because
when I meet someone once a year.
Because I literally feel that way with like when Leah comes back, because Leah's not really a hugger either. But I'm also like, I have no problem like giving my friends like a goodbye or hello hug. Like I don't like. Also, I used to be a very like touchy person with my friends, like wrestling or whatever. But then I started being friends with like you and Arnica, who aren't touchy people at all, and I just lost it completely.
That's so funny.
So I like really just.
No, I was like never. I just like want to be.
Yeah.
I'm just like so uncomfortable with it, and like it's been so many years that I'm like, I just want to be, but I want to be like immediately comfortable with it and normal about it. But then I'm also like, if I do commit to being a hug person where like I meet you and I'm like, hey, and I give you a hug, whatever, I have to smell good at all times. No. And I can't smell like sweat, and that is terrifying.
As a sweaty person, that is terrifying.
Yeah. I also feel like what do you think it has the more like potential to like mess up or like be uncomfortable, like, you know, do like a fake out thing, like a handshake? Because if you hold out your hand, like,
there's only one way to do
unless
that.
they like high five, but that's not really a thing. The dap up thing, apparently I embarrass myself every time, but then a hug, you know, it's like,
or just like a fist bump, like Taryn, hey, how's it going?
What?
Try again. Hey, how's it going? You're like scared your ring's gonna hurt me. Don't worry about it. Like,
it just feels
that'd be kind of fun.
It would be fun. It just feels like, and then everything just feels like wrong because it's like girls don't do that, and girls don't. I don't know. I don't know. So I need someone to teach me how to
just a little teach you how to Dougie. You just have to do a little like hey.
Or like a hey.
No, a hip bump.
Hey, go. You're facing this person. You scooch up so you're next to them like this. Hey.
It would be effective. It would bridge the awkward gap. There'd be nothing there. Yeah. No, I'd love that.
It would. Yeah. Okay.
I'd love that.
Okay. Next time I see you, I'm gonna come up to your door and hey girl, and knock you over because I don't know how to do that without. I don't know how to dap you up without like injuring you.
smug ass grin. That is a very good point. And
yeah, it's just been like plaguing me because I've just been like thinking about all like my interactions in
you
the
just
past
gotta be
like
like,
week.
hi.
I know,
Like
but
do
it's
a little
just like
hey.
hey, but then it's like still like you're just over there. It's like
There's
it's
no
fine.
way over there.
It's like fine. It's just like I just realized that like we have these things that like people have been doing, and I was just like, am I supposed to? Because it like that makes so much sense to be like I just like shake someone's hand.
I know, it's like that a handshake's too formal and a hug is too intimate, and dapping up's not
It's
for us.
too
No,
complicated.
no.
No, because like the thing with the thing, I love that. I love when you do the thing, but then if they don't do it back, then that's weird. And also like it's just like I don't know how to do it right. But that seems like the perfect thing where it's like it's not a hug, it's like a handshake and being like, hey, good to see you. Like I'm so excited to see you. It's just like so confusing. And the Sterniola triplets in the thing, they were going through like, so if you meet a guy, you hug the guy, but then you shake the girl's hand. And I'm like, that's weird because you don't shake girls' hands. You hug girls. You shake men's hands. But then it makes sense if you're trying to be like, what's the word? Respectful of like their girlfriend, but also like whatever.
But
I don't know. It's just like
your boy's girlfriend.
Hugs are for girls, handshakes are for boys.
End of discussion.
Yeah.
Can you move your chair forward? Oh. Thank you.
Sorry, I can't hear it over me screaming. Welcome back to me screaming.
Okay, we digress.
I die young.
So
bury me in satin.
This is this podcast dying young. So this is the end of gap year, but who knows, we might come do little specialty episodes when we get bored. I'd be down.
I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah, Taryn will have
I'm
her
not
own
joking.
creation.
So then it could just be my thing that you
And
just
then I feature
make it more
okay.
interesting sometimes.
Because I literally thought today, I was like, okay, but I get a haircut tomorrow. This is what I'm gonna look like. I'm not that I'm chopping my hair off or dyeing it or
not
anything.
that they can like follow you on Instagram. All our 40 fans.
We got up to 89 followers on
89,
Instagram.
40
How many is on TikTok?
subscribers. Like 135 or something.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll take it.
Whatever.
You
For a
don't need
year?
to care that much, yeah.
For a year, whatever.
Pretty inconsistent timing. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's amateur hours in the best way possible.
I also really fell off with like doing anything on the account
And that's okay.
for a while because I was like,
Because this is not our form of
no,
like revenue.
no, this is not a job. I just have like just so many things that I need to talk about, and if I don't talk about them, then I get stir crazy. And my sibling only has a capacity to listen for so long.
I think everyone does.
But then also like, well, they can just like sit there and I can just talk at them, but then they start talking to me about their interests, and then I'm like,
I'm bored.
I'm like older, so listen to me.
So you shouldn't be talking to me.
So I have to like put in work of like, okay, you get to talk about your interest, and then I get to talk, whatever. We kind of have a Carson situation thing where it's like you don't have to listen. You just gotta understand.
I think that's also a siblings thing.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
I see you all the time.
And like too much.
Yeah. Because I hadn't seen them in a couple days. So I got home and I just immediately started talking about like, because I was watching the Sterniola triplets and I was in the comment section and I was like, I just like, this is so scary that, and I was just like, just teenage boys or like young adult men on the internet who have fan bases of almost completely teenage girls is so crazy to me, like Dolan twins and them and stuff, and it's just like such a anomaly. And then I was comparing it to Doja Cat and like having like an audience that doesn't really, it's not your target audience, and they don't really I don't know. Well, that shit is so frightening.
No, I know. And that goes into, bring it back to the topic. That goes into our newfound hatred for our phones.
Yeah. I actually might get a flip phone.
I'm thinking about it today. I was like, I deleted more than half the social media apps I had when I started. I deleted Be Real. It glitched for the third and final time on my watch. I removed YouTube off my homepage because I was actually watching YouTube Shorts way too much.
That's so funny. Mm-hmm. I'm not at the point where that's a problem yet, because as soon as I scroll past like 2 and I realize it's YouTube Shorts, I go, oh, what the fuck am I doing? And then I leave.
What else? I've deleted Snapchat, deleted Twitter. So truly the only thing I have is Instagram.
Yeah. I have Instagram and Letterboxd.
True. I think what I'm gonna do, literally tonight maybe, is just purge my Instagram following in one last hope to keep a social media app.
Yeah, I like tried to do that, and then I was like, I actually have to like put in work to like figure out who these people are.
No, but not even just like people from Saskatoon, like celebrities.
Yeah.
Because I actually just...
No, there's a lot of those.
And I don't even care. I don't care at all.
I just, like, literally do not use the feed feature. Like, I never get past 5 posts before I'm like, I hate this so much. I literally only use it. But, like, it is a crutch where I just go on it.
Yeah.
But same thing with Letterboxd, but you can't actually... Like, you go on Letterboxd and there's, like, 2 new reviews, and then that's all you can do on there, and I'm like, perfect.
That's my dose, my
so
daily
my
dose.
4, like, social media, like, in my homepage, it's Instagram, Letterboxd, Google Docs, and Spider Solitaire.
That's funny.
And those are the apps I use.
Well, because what I did on Be Real a few months ago was I, like, got rid of the people that, like, I knew from high school, but I didn't really, like, I didn't talk to ever. And I removed them, and, like, it removes you from theirs as well. But I was like, I hope, like, no one notices that. Or is like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, also with Instagram, because I'm actually very passionate and I am going to purge Instagram tonight. And it's like, it's gonna be a fine line between, like, do I unfollow this person? Because, like, I talked to them before, like, I know who they are, but, like, we aren't really friends.
No, and, like, I just don't want people to see it and be like, oh, you have a problem with me.
Yeah.
It's more just like I actually can only see like 5
I can
people
only
on here for my own
safety,
sanity, and like you probably
watch
don't
me get
have
Facebook and delete Instagram and get Facebook because it tells you all the information of like how you should know someone, and then it'll
Literally.
be like you'll just see things like when people get married and stuff.
Literally. I'm like, can everyone just get that so I like can
only keep up with these people?
I just think like I could get a flip phone if I like quit my job that I have to do on my phone. I mean, I could do that from my laptop, but it's like so annoying. But like I could do everything on my phone on my laptop, but like only when I sit down to do it.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I could,
so you can have hobbies throughout the day.
But then I'm also like, what am I gonna do to fill the time? Because like this past year, if I had a flip phone, I should have done that. Because I didn't have that much time
to do it now.
Do
it for this year.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just going to do a lot of staring at my wall.
Yeah.
I could do reading.
Yeah, I could do... What do they do?
I could do... What do the kids call it?
Read a book.
This smells delicious.
Well,
I'm getting notes of cherry. I'm getting notes of cherry.
Wait, what's Coke, like, made of? Is it just a syrup? Or is it...
Cocaine.
Oh, sugar cane?
Cocaine?
Yep.
Well, I'm assuming... I don't know. I know what root beer is.
The roots of beer. I'm on a root beer kick, actually. It's like
Really?
my new favorite soda. Because every time I go to a movie theater, I get it. And I'm like, this is actually the best thing I've ever had in my life.
That's a good...
The only thing is, it gets flat really fast.
Yeah. I wish I liked it better because it's not caffeinated.
Yeah.
And
it tastes like the most real.
But like actually, cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper put me to sleep, and then that's the only...
So funny.
I don't understand. It's probably just placebo.
Yeah, Taryn's learned that her brain is, like, the hardest to crack.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Okay, but, yeah. Purging Instagram and, like... Yeah, I can only keep up with so many people, and, like, maybe I'll follow people that, like, go to USask, and that I kind of know, just in case I need to keep my connections open. But it's, like some of like Leah's, like, I follow some people that like Leah went to high school with, and I was like, okay.
like this, like, I don't know.
But then I feel bad when they follow me. I usually remove them as my follower and then I unfollow them. So then it's not like a problem.
Yeah, because that's annoying when it's like, okay,
like I still follow you. You think you're some celebrity? Because I think that way.
Yeah.
So I have to. But basically, if I remove you as a follower because we don't really talk or we've never really talked, and you're like, oh damn, like, like that's kind of fucked up. Request me again. I'll think about it, or follow me again, because then I'll be like, okay, now I feel bad.
Yeah.
And then
because
maybe,
then it's like you
maybe
actually care.
a new
Because I
it's
just
like you
don't
actually
believe
care about
anyone
me.
actually cares. I also have like
Exactly.
a public profile, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really care about followers because it's like you could view all my stories and not follow me. I don't know. I just like I don't want to think about it anymore, and like I go on TikTok way too much now. But then the algorithm's also getting worse for some reason, so like it's not showing me the things I want. So then I'm just scrolling like this. I'm like, hey, what? Why would I keep scrolling if I'm not getting what I need from this? Go eat a meal or something.
Go read a book. Go walk around. No,
Go just stare at the sun.
So, I'm hoping that.
Sorry.
I'm hoping that school distracts me from that.
Yeah.
And in my free time, and I'm like, scrolling paralysis, where I'm like, hey, put my phone down. Let me like go to the gym or something.
Yeah.
Let me start doing that. Read a book. Learn how to play the guitar that's in my closet. Like, I don't know. Do something. Do something productive. Start drawing again.
No, that's like I think I could.
Hobby.
My mom is also like, you should start like a movie review thing, and I was like I should, but also like I don't know. She was like, do like an Instagram, and I was like,
No.
that's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna work for me. But then she was like, if you do it on YouTube, like your family's not gonna watch it, and I'm like, well, also like I don't care. She just meant like you should do something so that like, you know, people can, your family and like people can. Yeah. I was like, no. If I'm doing something, it's like to get it out of my head, and like for me to do something. So if anything, it'll be because I could do like a podcast, but like no one's gonna watch an hour of me rambling, so I might just think of one thing to talk about and talk about it for 30 minutes and cut it down to like 12 and then just post it and be like, nah. And then we can do some fun things.
I realized why I was cutting out because I didn't delete the episode from last time.
Amateur. 36 episodes in. I finally remembered to wear these on the last day. I got new gibbets. Do you see I put them on there.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, Kieran got me new gibbets too. The thing is, they fall out of these all the time.
That's crazy. These ones were so hard to get in. I had to get Amity to do it.
The big bear arms.
Pack of bear arms. Yeah, because it was
Brother.
like so tiny.
Yeah.
Stupid. Fragile like a little mouse.
Oh my god. We went to Waskasiu. I'm sorry. I went to Waskasiu the last 2 nights. Saw so much wildlife.
Really?
Saw a fox. Saw elk in the middle of the road that wanted beef so bad. It was just staring at us for so long. And then it finally just kept on going on its way. Saw a male elk with big antlers. Saw a deer across the river from us. That was cool. I posted hi Barbie on my story.
That was
because we were walking, I just saw it and went like this. I feel bad because they get so scared and they just walk away. But I'm like, fair enough.
I know, I wish they could just chill with me.
We went the whole gap year without seeing a bear.
Why didn't we have a close encounter with death? With an apex predator. I've been hearing that word a lot.
Okay.
Several times in the past 2 days I've heard the phrase apex predator.
Like describing yourself or what?
Yeah. When people are like, what's 2 words I would use to describe you? So I got my cheetah print on.
There's gonna be 15 different files on this.
Whatever. Give me a challenge for the last time.
Okay. But Tara and I are gonna have to go celebrate the end of this podcast. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to Earl's? Are we gonna go to Big Wings? We're gonna go to Boston Pizza? Where? It's my game called Where's Gonna Let Taryn In?
Literally.
It's so funny that you can't go to like a bar at 18 and just not drink.
Literally. They should just put like a headband on. Like a giant, just a big hat that says
like a light up halo.
Stupid baby. Like a big boss baby mask. Do not feed the minors, yeah. Like you should have to like put a t-shirt on me that says like don't serve alcohol.
The big metal sign.
Like I just want to go
there
and do everything except for drink.
Like, most of the time I don't even want to drink. I want like one drink and I'll be done.
Yeah. Like,
I just want my friend with
you drink
me.
one drink, I drive. Yeah. We're just there to party, and that's not okay.
Literally.
Where else am I supposed to wear my new cowboy hat? It's not fair.
You one more month?
Yeah, just over a month.
You have to start compiling a birthday list.
I have been, like, for gifts or for activities?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Well, I've been kind of doing gifts, but that's mostly because my family was asking. So that's like big things. Oh, I'm gonna go to a movie in the 19 plus theater with my mom. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Get absolutely blasted. I think it'd be really funny to do that with Five Nights at Freddy's, but I have to see that with my sibling.
It's a 3-hour movie.
Really?
It's a 3-hour movie.
Oh, Josh Hutcherson. I'm so excited.
Kieran also just told me that. I don't know if that's a lie or not.
Okay. Why would you?
I'd take a man's.
That's really weird of you.
Word.
But I have to see that with my siblings, so probably not, unless I go see it a second time and get absolutely blasted.
You can't get blasted.
I really think we should go to like Boston Pizza, like something really stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Fishbowl Fridays.
Like, get kicked out. Why do we keep doing funny things when the camera cuts?
Okay, let's do it again.
I was just recreating it because
kicked out.
the camera. I don't know. The idea of like just us two going to a bar really it doesn't. Make
I think
sense.
we'd have the most fun.
I mean, okay.
Because who else?
It could either be really fun or it could be really. Because I feel like we both don't get like crazy when we drink. Like we're pretty much just us.
True.
So maybe if people are turning up, then we can turn up. But if it's like,
What if we go to Outlaws?
and I start square dancing, what then? Like I just need to like, I just want to be this fun like I don't care person, and like it's totally that's a situation where I can do that, and I just can't.
No, but Taryn, you have to come to terms with the fact that you're not like that.
But I want to be.
I know, and like you can try your best, but you can only try so hard. That's what I've been thinking about. How every time we go to like some sort of function, and it's like we're like, oh my god, we finally got invited to something like this, and I'm like, I'm not having fun at all,
No.
and I don't know how to be. We're too far gone. We can't start being like that. We have to accept that.
But I'm also
we can
like,
do that
might
with
be
adults that we don't know, but not people we went to high school with.
No, that's the thing. That's it's just the group. I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe if we were with a different crowd, I just like, I don't know. I just have it built up in my head that this is what it's supposed to be like, and then it just isn't.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I just wish it was.
But I just wish it was. Going into gap year number 2, Taryn is going to square dance with a stranger.
Yeah. That's the thing is, if blonde men approach me, I immediately get completely turned off. Like, I won't even, you know? It's like, if I don't know someone or immediately find them attractive, like, in, like, a setting like that, like a party or, like, a bar setting, I'm immediately just like, ugh, like, actually stay away from me. When I'm like, hey, what if I just, like, had fun? And, like, I'm not, hey, you're not committing to anything. It's just so funny how I have to, like, coach myself through normal person interactions. But one day, it's also, like, I don't know. Because I'm like, oh, everyone has it figured out except for me. And then I'm like, well, I'm not even 19 yet. And I'm not even supposed to be drinking and going out and doing stuff. So, like, I'm supposed to start learning how to, like, party now. Yeah. And, like, I'm fine.
Just start learning how to party.
Yeah, because it's, like, a valuable skill that I'm going to need later on in my life. I'm building party skill.
Yeah.
Like, it's Sims.
And we have so much time to plan where we want to go for New Year's at some point when we can both drink. We did find a place last year. And we can stay here for this year.
We could, yeah.
But
it would be funny.
New Year's Eve 2026. The New Year's Eve to 2026, we can turn up and go to freaking New York or something.
I think I'm so down.
I'm so down too. It'd be so much money.
We have so much time to save. If I just never go to university, then...
Exactly. Then I can use a year's worth of tuition for this trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, literally. What other points do we have to make? A 10-minute file, a 28-minute file, an 11-second file, a 1-minute and 20-second file, and a 6-minute file. What does that add up to?
Probably around 50.
Probably like 60.
Probably like 53 and 42. Carry the 1.
But because I went on so many camping trips and I've realized that I genuinely do like this outdoorsy lifestyle. And I'm like, hey, I'm actually confident in the field I'm going into. And I'm thinking now, I'm like, okay, what can I do like in the summer to help like build my resume to like get a job? And also because I retained a lot more information from outdoor school than I think. Because I was like going around and I was like, lichen, the oldest family of plants, brachiophys or something. I don't know.
That's funny.
And I was like that's just an anecdote I remember being like said over and over again. I'm like, I can do that. I can do bio 400.
Literally right now, yeah. Just let me take a crack at it. It is funny, like, yeah, like you doing that, or like it just always comes up of like things you remember from outdoor school when we're like outside. And then just the other day I was trying to like quiz myself on like the big 5 film production companies, and I was like, this is funny because like I knew most of them, or like the old ones and stuff, and I'm like, that was so good of us. Like, look at us
doing things that we
like
wanted to
in grade 11, and like it's still stuff that we want to do. Because I wasn't even 100% sure if I wanted to do it.
Yeah. No, because I remember you just told me in grade 10, you're like, I think I want to do media school, and I was like, oh.
Okay.
I was like,
word.
I was like, get it, girl.
And then I was like, yep, I'm doing this for the rest of my life.
Forever, ever.
And my mom was
forever,
like,
ever.
what? And my dad was like, yes, you should do that. My dad got a drone. He bought a drone for like crop checking.
Kind
of smart, but then he was like,
it's
before
like
he bought
illegal
it,
to fly in the city or something, right?
Past a certain
height,
I think, because then you're like spying on people.
Yeah.
But he said, will you use it for filming stuff? And I said, yes.
He said, yes.
So
Do it.
I can do like jib shots without a big massive crane jib.
Jib. Brother. Okay, I was gonna say something about.
Ooh.
She is a filmmaker.
I want to. I just keep thinking about that video of me in grasslands and how beautiful it was and how stupid I looked, because it would have been so perfectly cinematic. And I was like, it's actually really pretty there. And
it is.
It'd be cool to make something there.
Freaking go there alone for your birthday. Spend 4 nights there.
Yeah.
4
nights in the authentic with
which
the
grasslands did you like better?
And the moths.
We didn't really see much of the West Block, but
no, I feel like the first one, but also like that was the trip.
Yeah.
And for this one, it was like, okay, this is cool, and we've been here already, but like, this is just a stop, so we don't have to drive. Yeah. But it was pretty because it was like different. Like, I liked how you could see water.
Yeah. No, the river, it's still kind of gross and small.
Yeah.
I liked the campground in the East Block way better, like the first time we went.
Yeah.
Because it seemed so much more like secluded and like a rare settlement in the Canadian
If there was
prairie.
people at the places next to us, I would have been so like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were both cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went to both. But we did see a bison.
No, that's the thing. The West Block has like bison and like vegetation.
But we were also so scared of it, so.
Exactly. But the East Block has badlands and valleys.
Mm-hmm.
Both have snakes.
And bunnies.
And little bush
and
bunnies.
gophers.
And those things better look out for Taryn. Killing machine.
Yeah, did I even say that on here? That I killed a gopher?
Yeah, you did. I killed one.
I just like thought that I could not. It was like,
ever. Because
I wouldn't have. There's no one driving, and then of course there's a gopher on the road as a truck's going, so what am I going to swerve at the truck? No.
No.
So I had to keep driving, and then I just ran it over. It's not even stupid gophers. Like, look both ways, you dumb, stupid idiot.
It's okay.
You'd be alive right
Going
now.
into gap year number 2, Taryn will be beating herself up about this.
Every day.
Gopher.
Yep.
You have to raise and nurture a gopher.
This is for you.
Okay. Favorite trip of gap year?
This is hard.
Or one that you like, maybe one that you like learned the most from, or like appreciated the most. What was the most notable, would you say? Iceland, because you learned that you don't like nature and you like gross little cities.
Like, Iceland was like it was very like weirdly emotional for me, and it was like really cool, but the whole time I was like, I wish I was with other people. And yeah, I did learn that like I have more fun when I'm like doing things with other people instead of like whatever. I can't like that's not true, but I don't know. But then like the 2 Toronto trips I went on, I was like, this is like so fun. And like by the second one I was like, I know this city. Well, I guess because I'd been there 3 times.
Yeah,
I was like, I know this city, and like this is my city now.
This is where I need to be.
But I honestly think like the road trip was probably, it was also like the most different, and it was the most like us were like in charge of our own
destiny
thing. It's also the most fresh in my mind. But true, I don't know. It's also like if you were to ask me, which could be our next question, like where, like which one I would do again, or like what is the next trip I want to go on, it would be like another road trip in the US, just like somewhere else.
Absolutely. And I second that, because it was the most recent trip we did, but it was also the longest. And like a long camping trip where you're like moving and tenting requires a lot of like setup and takedown.
Mm-hmm.
And like you get faster at it.
Yeah, and you like figure out how to manage your space. And
exactly. And you learn like what you need and what you don't.
Yeah. And if Leah wasn't like actually bringing like
her whole life
stuff back to her home, then like
we'd have a little less space. Yeah,
so much.
I would say genuinely. Yellowstone was my favorite just because Yellowstone's so cool, and I'm so happy that like I know a little bit about it now, and I can like
put up like pictures to the name,
and like I can go back and there'd still be like so much more to see. But now I'm like, hey, I want to go to Yosemite now in the States, because I forget that like national parks are like generally like respected areas, and pretty safe, because everyone's just like raw dogging life there. Everyone's just tenting and got like the bareness, like
paying to be there,
and like paying to upkeep the park.
Because
I was thinking, I was like, why does everything have a fee in a national park? But so they can like pay. But I'm also like, wait, but the roads here are so good. Like so well maintained.
I mean, it's good that like the government does put money towards that.
I'm grateful for it. But second favorite would be Toronto Remy Wolf concert, Niagara trip.
Because that was our
first trip.
That was our, well, besides like Grasslands.
Yeah.
And I still kind of count Canmore, because that was like after we graduated.
That was a grad trip, yeah.
Whatever, but it is funny that like we went on that trip and we were like, this is such a good trip, and then like we kept going on trips and we were like, it's still
like a good trip.
It's still our favorite. Like,
just because we got to go to a concert and the vibes at the concert were so good.
Because also like I went on 2 other trips that were basically the same format as that, as like flying somewhere for a concert and then doing other stuff in the city, and that was just kind of like the best. It's just
the best format. I can't wait to do it again in November.
Take me back to November. I can't wait to also be there.
I'ma be there. I'ma be
taking them pics.
I should have worn USask merch for this, and you could have worn like, this would have been a great reveal if you got like a job at Shoppers and you had like your Shoppers cloak on.
Hey, Shoppers Drug Mart, hire me, but also put up a position for the one that's by my house.
Yeah, there you
go. So that I can, because I can walk there.
Yeah, and no other reason.
And because I feel safe there, and I feel like I'm connected.
I know those aisles more than I know
more than
myself.
Anyone there. Yeah. I want to work in retail so bad.
Dude, like, I just keep applying places. There's so many retail places.
I know.
I will. So distressed. Should we like dramatically take down the posters?
Oh, I guess these are mine, right?
Yeah.
I have posters. Okay.
What?
I thought you were just taking it from the middle. I was gonna rip. I got like 3. Don't make that fucking face at me. I got like. It looks huge. I got like 3 posters from Toronto last time I went, and I haven't even put those on my wall, because I also might move stuff around. I need a TV in my room if I'm gonna stay there for another.
I think that's possible.
Yeah.
But you love.
No, there's a TV at the cabin. There's a TV at the cabin. It's like pretty small, so it'd be good. I can just put it on like a little desk thing or whatever. And my mom was like, you can have it because like technically it's yours. I was like, what? And they were like, you got like a ticket and you like won it. Like you won a gift card and then we bought the TV with it. So like technically it is yours. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm fine.
When did you win it?
I was like 9. And my mom said they won a gift card to Visions. Or I won a gift card to Visions. And then I wanted a DS. But they didn't have DS at Visions. So my parents paid for me and my sibling to get DSs. And then they used the gift card for the TV. So technically I got a DS, but also that TV's mine.
So you got the best of both worlds.
Get the best of both worlds. Yeah.
No, what's the Hannah Montana song? I'll always remember you now. Oh my god, the wall looks so scary.
Ew. Those will be going up in my room though. So
you have to figure
out
how to get the sticky tack off of it.
I'll just take it home.
It's true. You don't even have to. I'm gonna put the paper in it.
This is all mine.
Just
kidding. Oh, my New York thing gets
the cool stuff is mine.
Right, the little stupid stuff, that's mine. I get my New York snow globe back. My little dino.
But I'm very grateful for the podcast.
Yeah, I think this was such a good idea. I'm glad we did this little time frame because it's like
short and sweet.
You know, short and sweet. We can end it, and it's like it's kind of like a little project thing. And I'm so excited to look back and start rewatching episodes in like a year and a half.
No, and like just going to see upload dates and be like, oh my god, this is a year ago.
Literally. Like even now, like just I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch like the first one, and like go like this. Oh god, cover my ears.
I can't see or hear anything.
It's so funny.
Grateful for all our followers. Anyone who watched this, like, genuinely thank you.
Yeah.
Because people come up to me like, oh, how's the podcast going? I'm like, you're not supposed to talk to this. You're not supposed to talk about this to me in real life. This is a strictly online thing.
Yeah.
And also,
you're not supposed to know.
No one's supposed to be watching this except for Leah
and me
and Taryn. But I'm like, in theory, it's such a stupid thing for like anyone else to pay attention to.
Yeah. It's also such a funny thing that's like one of the first things that people say to us. Like, especially like people who you work with when they meet me for the first time and they're like, you're the one with the podcast. I'm like, can you say that shit quieter? There's like people. You're scaring the hose away.
You guys are damaging my reputation.
Like, that's not me. No. Yeah, that's not.
Or people at work like telling kitchen staff that I have a podcast.
That you're like, you're putting me in danger right now.
Literally.
Don't give them more.
You don't gotta say that shit to me. Crispy Coca-Cola. I'm just gonna put it on the floor to make it for a dramatic effect.
Right. And we're gonna take all our clothes off.
Fuck, I guess so. I'm grateful that my dad allowed us to come in and record this in his house.
Yes, thank you, John.
Thank you, John Graham. I'm grateful for everything I did on Gap Year. I'm so grateful for Gap Year.
Yeah, this is such a good idea. Like there's absolutely nothing I would do differently besides like maybe being a little better with my money when I'm here, like spending food wise, but also like whatever. I'm so bad at not, cause I'm like whatever. We go to a gas station, we go out to eat. I'm like, this is my life. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna save money. That's so fucking boring. And girls gotta eat. So
girls gotta eat.
I just wanna rock.
Body.
We listened to that song.
Before we end, holy shit. Taryn,
so funny. We both thought of that at the same time. I can't believe
Taryn and I made a cake.
Took us 8 hours. Yeah.
To celebrate Gap Year being done, as you guys have seen when we post.
Yeah.
Boy, was that a monstrosity of a cake. No, inedible.
Yeah. Well, I did eat it.
Random leakage from the fruit. I forgot how to make icing, and the icing
the cake was really good.
The actual
cake was like
was good.
One of the best from scratch cakes I've ever had in my life. Yeah, tasted like a cookie. It was delicious.
It was really good.
Great. And then we did that. We absolutely ruined it with your icing and my stupid fruit whatever that was. So ugly.
I tried to put fruit in the middle. There were strawberries in the middle. And then I put icing. I forgot that icing needs something more than just milk and icing sugar. I was like, oh, no, you're supposed to add butter and vanilla and I had used whipped cream on the other times I'd make a cake, and I was like, why isn't this working?
Why isn't it
Why is it glue? And then as I was putting it on the top, I was like, why is there water leaking out the side? And the icing sugar was excreting the juices from the strawberries. And so there's just a red liquid syrup
just a
on the outside.
Red, viscous kind of, when things, how it's...
when things get viscous.
I don't even know.
Taryn drew a little dinosaur on it.
Yeah. Krista cooked it and then left and then came back and then left and then came back. So this is over literally 8-hour period, and
more than that.
I was left alone with the cake, so I just absolutely fucking ruined it, obviously.
No, and with the little dinosaur, I use lemon rind to make teeth, and that also excreted liquids out.
It's so ugly thinking about it. It's so ugly.
And boy, did it taste bad. It did not taste good. It tasted like glue.
It tasted a little bit good, but it just really wasn't.
It really tasted like glue. Flavorless glue.
I put my whole face in there.
And so when you have a fucked up cake, you need to take a cinematic opportunity from it. Hence our pictures.
Hence our 0.5 live
murder pictures. That shit was so much fun.
With the knife and with the teeth in there.
And we did have to throw the cake in the garbage.
It smelled
so
bad. As soon as it hit the garbage, it was I actually, for the rest of the week, because I was okay, I'm not gonna take it out because whatever, I'm just gonna fill it out. And then I took out the garbage today when I was leaving, because I was house sitting, and I actually every time I would just hold my breath because I'm I know I'm gonna smell the cake. I know I'm gonna smell the cake and I'm gonna fucking vomit everywhere.
It's rotten fruit or what?
Not even rotten, just sitting out. It was in the fridge. It's just something about it. It was mixed a little bit with the garbage smell, but it smelled really bad. Not bad, but it was just this is.
No, cleaning the plate off after I had to pry it off the plate to get it in the garbage, and then cleaning it was so slimy.
I got a little gag, a little baby gag,
and with that, there's a poetic end to Gap Year. I think it was really beautiful, just a little bit fucked up, but good intentions.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's also oh
wow,
you guys posted.
Those poor girls.
They really have nothing going for them. We can't make a cake for shit. So I'm gonna post a bunch of the pictures we took.
Oh yeah,
because
what else are we gonna post?
So funny, so gross, and leaky.
But it's
wet.
So sweet that we baked a cake to celebrate the end of.
It is really perfect how stupid it was. Because if it was just good, it would be okay. That's not very true to us.
They aren't failing at something.
Yeah.
There's a lot more we could say.
Yeah.
But probably a lot we already have said.
Oh, yeah.
So go back and listen to all 35 other episodes, brother.
Yeah, and just pretend it's new every time. Even though every episode is the same, but we add one extra talking point.
Exactly.
Do you want to do very last obsession of the week?
Yeah, and I would say it is Renaissance again. Because, guys, Break My Soul is such a fun song. My obsession of the week is the urge to want to be able to dance. So bad.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because, yeah, you said this, but it's a dance album, a dance music genre album. It just makes me want to go. Bam, 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 bam. If that played in a club, man.
Oh man.
Obsession of the week is being outside for the last bits of summer. It's true. It's fall outside. The river bank is yellow.
It's still 35 degrees out,
but it looks like fall.
Yeah.
And PSL shit is back at Starbucks. That's too soon.
I'm mourning the end of summer, but I'm also excited for fall because it's my birthday, and then it's Halloween,
and then it's my birthday.
Right? Yeah. There's not like Christmas.
It's not like a
New Year's.
very big religious holiday.
Yeah.
Or like cultural holiday.
Who cares?
Oh.
So I'm excited for holiday season, but
Yeah.
summer went by really fast.
It did.
My obsession of the week. I've been drinking a lot of cherry vanilla Coke, and Dr. Pepper, to help little baby sleep. Not really, but just because it's the only thing I can drink. And also, come 100% transparency, the Sterniolo triplets videos.
Oh, 100% transparency.
Got me through the last 4 days of Krissa not being in the city, or 3 days or whatever. And
poor girl.
being in a house doing nothing. So
my obsession of the week is my bestie Taryn and the beautiful life we created together.
The life we share and we'll continue to share after
Absolutely.
This is just
like a little bit less than normal.
I just won't we won't hang out in this room anymore.
And that's so okay with me. I don't know what.
And maybe our relationship will be strengthened because of it. There's demons in here.
No, literally.
Every time I'm in here, there's a voice from the closet that just tells me to like hit you and like kill you and beat you up
and call you mean
names. So like I'm glad to be like finally free of that.
And the chokehold I've had on Taryn and forced her to be around me all the time and do things with me.
Yeah, you'll never see me again.
Yep. You'll never see me again. That's us at you guys, because we're done. Finito. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. And watch the Dolan twins' wisdom teeth video.
Specifically Ethan's, and just think about like how me getting my wisdom teeth out was exactly like that, because I was thinking about that the whole time.
Okay.
We're gonna go get something.
We're gonna go celebrate. Good times, come on.
We should like be actually really giggly and excited, and they're like, "Are you celebrating something?" And we're like, "Yeah, we just like finished like our podcast." We just like
our podcast.
We did it for like 10 months, I think.
Yeah. We can be like, yeah, like we're both moving away for school.
Yeah, or like we just wrapped on like a really big project, and they're like, "What project?"
And they're like
the
world
YouTube
won't
video.
see it coming.
It's like this crazy, experimental thing. You wouldn't get it.
And like the world will just not see it coming, and
because no one's ever done a podcast before.
No, not like us.
No one's ever done. You know what? No one has ever done. I doubt it. Anyone has ever done a podcast about their gap year, spanning only their gap year, and then they end it, and that's it. It's like a little time capsule. I think we might be the first. Yeah. And what if this absolutely blows up, like, in a year, you know? No.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. This is just for us, pretty much. It's just for me, actually. That's it.
Chug, chug, chug. Okay, fuck you.
I don't want to.
I'm not gonna chug any of this.
Oh, I would chug, but I have to try this. Your drunk ass around.
Yeah, she's gotta deal with me. Mm-hmm. This is where we just stall, because we just don't want to end.
No. We do this every episode, but it's so much worse this time.
Where's your cap? In the garbage already?
I think I threw it so hard it exploded.
Okay, well.
We're graduating from gap year. Gap and gown.
Oh, I am drunk. Great.
Thumbnail. Dre looks so fucking stupid.
Do you have more Coke to fill up? Or no?
No.
Damn. Ready?
Oh, I had my mic up. Was I not supposed to have my mic up?
Oh. I can have my mic up.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, guys. And with that, we are now presenting Gap Year of 2023.
Gap Year graduates.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ow.
Oh. Oh.
It's supposed to be like up.